is our yearly traditional Italian sausage pie. This is the recipe for the filling. Okay, first I want to mix my ricotta because that's going to go in with the sausage. So I'm going to get a large container of ricotta. And I'm doing a little extra today, so I'm going to use a small one too. Most of the time, if I'm just doing 6 pies, I'll just use 1 large ricotta, but I'm going to do 7 this time. So I'm going to have to use a little bit more ricotta because I do have a lot of sausage. And you'll see that as soon as I start mixing. This is our traditional Italian sausage pie that we do every Christmas. And my husband Bill and I love doing it, and we love giving it away to family, a couple of friends. They enjoy it. Okay, we got the ricotta in there. To that, I'm going to just add some pepper, just a dash, and a dash of salt. And I have, I think I put 2 eggs in this one. I just beat them up and added to the ricotta mixture. Now, it's much easier for me to mix it with my hands, so that's what I'm going to do. And you can see that I'm wearing rubber gloves. It makes life a lot easier. Okay, I'm just going to mix that up, mix it in thoroughly, and then we're going to add this to our sausage mixture. The sausage I sauteed yesterday so that it's good and dry and cold today. Now when I add my ricotta to the sausage, you're going to see the different consistency. Okay, this is about 8 pounds of sausage, and we like to mix hot and sweet together. So all I'm going to do now is mix the ricotta mixture in with the sausage mixture. I want to make sure I get every last bit out of here. Every little bit counts. Looks good. Okay. Now, as you can see, just mixing it all together, making sure it's incorporated into all of the sausage. I could smell it, and it smells yummy already. Make sure you mix it really well, getting it all mixed in good together. And it's coming together, as you can see, really well now. So pretty soon, I'm going to put this aside and get ready to mix the dough. Because like I said, this is the filling that's going to go in between the pies. We call them sausage pies, but they're not really pies. It's a bread dough and this filling, and then once you roll the bread dough out, you use a top crust of bread dough as well, and you'll see that later when we roll out the dough. And I think this is coming together pretty well right now. Maybe just a couple of more minutes. Get some of that underneath. It's looking good. Okay. And that's our filling. Thanks. We're at the stage now where we're ready to form the dough into a log. So from this log I can cut 3 sections, make them into balls, and then we would let the balls raise again. Okay, so that's pretty good. This is homemade dough, but you can buy your dough either at a bakery or your local grocery store. A lot of times has dough. Okay, let me try cutting this now into 3 parts, and I'm going to weigh it just to make sure they're pretty close to the same size. And this is our handy dandy scale here. Let's try this. Okay, this is 1.38. Let's see. And this one is 1.60, so it's a little bit bigger. This one is 160, same as that. So I need a little bit off of each of one of these.
Just a tiny bit.
About that much. Off each one. Put it on the one that was lighter. I better weigh this one again because it looks like I got too much on there. Let's check it out. It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, we're looking to have, we have 138. No, that's the trouble with this scale. You need to take it off and start over again. Okay, let's try that. That's 1.72. Take off a little bit more and put it on that one that I got it from. Okay, let's try it one more time. We're trying to be as accurate as we can. Okay, that registered good. 1.72. And you know what? That looks good. So these are our 3 balls. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to form them into a ball best we can, and then we're going to put them aside and let them raise, covered and let them raise. All right, there's one. This dough is beautiful to work with. This actually is my mother's recipe for this dough, Mama Lucy. And it's, like I said, it's a beautiful dough to work with. She's looking down from heaven right now saying, oh, there's my sausage pies. And it actually today is St. Lucy's birthday, December 13th. It's also my husband Bill's birthday. So this is a very special day for us. We're making our pies. Okay, so right now we're going to let them raise and come back later. Okay, here we are with the next step. As you can see, I have 7 bowls of the sausage mixture. It makes it easier for 1 bowl per pie. Now, with this dough, I usually do 6 pies, but today I had extra sausage, so I thought I'd do 7 pies. Okay, now we're going to roll this out. We're going to cut this into 2 pieces because one will be for the top and one is for the bottom. Okay, roll this, get some more flour. It helps if you flour your rolling pin because we don't want the dough sticking. And while the dough was rising, actually, I put each ball on parchment paper rather than wax paper. I found that wax paper tends to have the balls of dough stick to it where parchment paper does not. Whoops. Got to make sure this dough is rolled out fairly even and that it's going to fit in the bottom of one of the pans. And what I usually do is get it rolled and then test it and see if it's going to be big enough for the pan. And I'll show you what I mean as soon as I get it all rolled out. one of the pans. And I need to do a little bit more rolling and thinning out. You can see this is a very nice dough to work with. Because you want to leave a little bit so it's going to come up the sides. So this looks good. So now we're going to put it in our pan. We're going to make sure it's going right to the corners, fitting it in to the corners. Okay, that looks good. And get it all, try to get all the air bubbles out while you go. Okay, I'm just going to trim this off. And the next step you'll see I'll be filling the pan. Okay, so just about set where I want it. Now we'll take one bowl of the filling and we'll get it packed in to the dough. And you're going to spread that as evenly as you can, getting it into the corners. You see, you don't need any other equipment. Your hands do just fine. It's spread out really good. Okay, now we're going to get ready to put the top on it. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to roll this out and make our top. Okay. Stop. Stop. Stop it just for now. Okay, the top crust is now rolled out, and I'm going to lay it across the top, get a little bit of that excess cut off. And then, very carefully, we're going to tuck it under so that there's not excess dough hanging out. Don't want that.
Move the rolling pin. Move the rolling pin.
Okay, that's trimmed pretty well. Now, as you can see, I've got the bottom dough, and I'm going to fold the top dough under the bottom dough. And then press it down so that it all holds together. Again, best way to do it is with your hands, and then you can spread it out, tucking and spreading as you go. I don't know if I mentioned, but pans should be sprayed with PAM or any kind of a non-stick spray. And this first one is just about ready. Okay, we're just going to smooth it out, make sure that all of the corners are filled. Now what we're going to do is just poke some holes in the dough so we don't have any air bubbles. Then we're going to just use some egg wash. It's just eggs with water, and we're going to brush the top to give it a nice shiny sheen to it. all across the top. So that's all covered with your egg. And this is the first one ready for the oven. And now we have to let it rise for 1 hour, maybe a half hour. You'll be able to be the judge of that. And then after it rises for an hour, that's when it goes in the oven. So see you back at the oven. These are ready for the oven. I just wanted to show you, this one is made with white flour. This one is made with wheat flour. So as you can see, it's your choice. Now they're ready for the oven, 375 degrees for approximately an hour. You'll tell when they get golden brown. So that's it for now. Well, here we are. This is the finished product. These two are wheat. This one is white, and it's very hot, so I have them on racks cooling. Then after they're cooled, you can wrap them any way you want. You can freeze them. I just can't wait to dig into them. Bon appetit.